Right, let's just wait for the others to jump on. Just a reminder that today we're not having a formal Teaching Tuesday. We're going to have office hours where people can just jump on and ask questions. I think it might be useful for other people to stay on the call as well, because the questions that come up might be something that you either have or might have in the future. So if you do have a free hour, it won't go to waste on that call. I know I have a question already, which I think might be asked by a lot of other people. Specifically, how do you exclude basic questions that just keep coming up? And I don't know why. So, and I'm trying to cut them out of my out of our interviews. So that's one question that we're going to deal with at least. The other thing that Quentin mentioned is that there's going to be a chance to demo your work. He said that it doesn't have to be something that no one's ever done before in DocAssemble, but I'm guessing my demo of radio buttons isn't going to quite crack it. So, maybe you can just take, if you're interested in demoing your work, it's quite a good opportunity to do that. Just reach out to Quentin. Okay, let's see. We'll just wait for everyone else to jump on. Also a reminder that DockerCon is on, I think the one for us is on Wednesday, right? Friday.
Where
are we? Friday. And I think that's going to be really helpful to learn some basic stuff that, there's a learning portion and there's also a discussion portion, right, Quentin?
Yeah, so there's going to be probably the morning session is going to be relatively similar to what you've already done. Do a hello world for people who are completely new to DocAssemble and go into some of the basics about controlling question ordering. Then there is a deeper list gathering session in the afternoon, and then there's kind of a happy hour session as well.
Did you say a lint gathering session?
List.
A list gathering. Gotcha. Okay.
Perfect. That sounds great. So I think the link is in the Slack. You can also just Google DockerCon or we'll repost it there. Right, I think we've got everybody. Everybody's making really good progress, but I think we'll do a formal check-in. And just a reminder for those who come just on the call now, it's not a formal Teaching Tuesday. We're just going to have office hours. So bring your questions. As I said, I've already got one. And I think it might be something that people will come across. So it might be beneficial just to stay on and listen to other people's questions as well. Okay, so I've got in the top left, I've got Nick and Jack. You guys were tasked to do some revision, trying to see if you could convert your form into docx and to bring the code up to speed with that. How's that progressing?
So Nick and I both started trying to convert it onto docx this morning. We're making some progress, but if we can't get it done by tomorrow, we still have the PDF interview ready to show for the SME review. But we are making some progress on turning to docx. And we also are open because I think Caroline mentioned that if it's possible, say the SME says that we should change some things on the actual form, and if that's okay, Nick and I both have Adobe Acrobat, and we can change it on the form as well in the PDF. Because I know the form was given as PDF.
Yeah.
That we should try to possibly stay on PDF. But we're going to go into the SME review. We're ready to show the interview at least. But we are making some progress on the docx.
Okay, perfect. And that SME review is on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. I've posted, actually I'll cover that at the end. Okay, that's great. So your action point is just to kind of still keep working on that interview and then have the SME review tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then we've got Sinead and Finola.
Yeah, so we're working on our template that we went through in the meeting earlier.
Is it making sense?
Yeah, it's making sense. I think when I rewatched the recording of the meeting we had, that'll really help. But so far we've kind of been working on the basic information and just kind of I've kind of just been familiarizing myself with the template. So we're going to continue to work on that.
You guys are doing Vacate Marital Home, is that right?
No, the notice of limited appearance.
Oh, sorry. Motion of okay.
Arbiter is doing that motion to vacate the marital home. So I have dropped it to David. I think David's gonna just let me know when it's uploaded onto YouTube, and then I'll link it in the testing channel and just tag everybody who's on that call. Okay, that's perfect. So you just keep us updated. As I said, once you have the template done, or just check in, you say this is what we've got so far. 2 or 3 screens of the template. We'll have a look and make sure that you're on the right track, and then we will go from there. Congratulations, guys. Okay, Mike and Tyler, just Mike.
Yeah, just me again. I was talking with Quentin before. I need a little help editing the code a little bit. I don't know where Tyler is on the test template. I haven't checked in with him today, but we'll figure that out.
Okay.
Sorry,
perfect.
what form is that? Sorry.
Motion to vacate.
Oh,
Default
right.
judgment.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
For the housing form. Okay.
Mm.
That's great. You know that if you're struggling with the code or whatever, you just reach out to us and we'll be able to get you. I did speak to Tyler a bit about the testing, and he seems like he's up to speed. Also just waiting for that video just to rewatch it and kind of get some pointers, because I think it was a lot to process in the half hour. It was just a lot to take in. So I think having the video there will be beneficial. Okay, then we've got Aubrey, Blake, and Matt.
Hi. So we did some of the proofreading for Quentin's interview
Oh, right,
earlier
yes.
today. And I'm sorry, you broke up for me. I didn't
My
catch
internet
that.
is so bad at the moment. The affidavit of care and custody, you guys were reviewing that.
Yeah. So we posted in the thread some of the things that we caught, and now I think we're trying to schedule an SME review with Katie for the marriage without delay form.
Okay. And do you need any assistance scheduling that?
You just
I'm sorry, you broke.
they just sent a hangout to Katie this morning, I think. So,
Okay,
and she's
perfect.
up for it too, yeah.
So then I think the next step would be to kind of either we can have you on familiarizing yourself with the testing process, or you can jump over across to the 209A, which is needing some testing. So we'll see where we land on that. But basically, your action points will either be to familiarize yourself with creating your test case, or going on to helping us with the 209A testing. Okay, then we've got Vinny and Mia, who are doing the test case template. Do you want to give us a quick update, guys?
Yeah, so we're just still going through our tests. I think we have 3 that we're working on right now. One is completed, and then so we're just still updating or running through the tests and our templates.
Okay, perfect. And Mia and Vinny have also advised that they are available to do the 209A testing as well. So they're ready to get assigned to that and just put that test case on hold.
Is that form the general motion, the family motion?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you guys include the affidavit and proposed order, or it's just a motion?
They didn't do for the MVP. We decided to just do the straight up motion. I mean, a probate court's not gonna, if it's important enough, they'll let it through. And usually with pro se's, they just make them do that like the day of the hearing.
Sure. Yeah.
I think long term that would be awesome.
Right. Well, the thing is, your ears may have been burning, because that's what we spent 2 hours working on this morning on a mass legal help piece. So I was wondering what state we're in now. So okay. I just wanted to check in with where that is. Okay.
Just a note there, when we distinguish between things that we're kind of working on to get the form out versus things that I think I've mentioned and maybe other people have mentioned, that, okay, this is nice, once we've done a release, we can then build on this.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be a good idea if you could note those kind of things on the Trello card itself.
Yeah.
So, for example, one of the team from Aubrey, Blake, or Matt would note that that's going to be something that you would want to add after the initial release. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anyone else right now, but I know that I have spoken to certain teams and I've said, okay, that's great. Let's first get the MVP out, and then the next stage we will, after its initial release, we will then go into kind of improving it.
And wouldn't it also be like a tag, like this is MVP COVID-19, and it may be, I'm trying to say is it may change. It may change just because when we get out of COVID-19 versus MVP. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
they're two different things. But I was just thinking, and maybe those you could do with tags, those colored tags. I don't know. Maybe that's
a good idea. Yeah, using a label.
Well, we don't have any more colors, so
yeah, that's
that are colors. We could do blue ones, right?
So we've actually decided to use
policy.
stickers. The stickers are very helpful. John showed us those, and so we can add stickers on, which might, we're trying to figure out which way to go around, either labels or stickers, stickers. It's just, we're getting there. Okay. James, Jason, and Eleni.
Hi. So we actually met with Mia this morning, and she helped us smooth more things out. So we're just working on that next process in the testing.
Thank you so much, Mia, for stepping up there. I think that you guys can always message anyone on the testing channel. Obviously, Mia and Vinny have gone through this before. Chandler was instrumental in setting it up, and he is available until July 6th, July 5th, I don't know. And obviously Michelle and myself. So there's more than enough people that are willing and able to help out. And so this shouldn't be something that you're going to have a blocker for too long. And as Mia mentioned on the call earlier today, working with sheets, if it's a formulaic thing, generally you're going to be able to find the answer on Google. If it's a kind of doc assembly project thing, you're obviously going to have to ask somebody. So get on the channel, ask the testing channel, and somebody will reach out to you with an answer, or we'll just try to figure it out together. Okay, so that's where we are in terms of the teams. The next thing is we kind of have a target. Maybe David, can I hand over to you to look at what the 209A target that we've identified?
Sure. So, get the microphone by my mouth. So what we'd like to do is make sure that 209A doesn't get stuck in a perpetual private beta, and we want to make sure that it actually gets out into the world, into people's hands, even if they aren't lucky enough to be working with someone who has access to our private beta. So we're going to try to do a target of 10 Quentin business days. The reason why there are 10 Quentin business days is that Thursday and Friday, Quentin's going to be going to be mostly working at DocaCon stuff, which you are all encouraged to attend and go to for the appropriate sessions. And so that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to get the 209A ready for a public release within 10 business days. So it's going to be a little over 2 weeks in people time. Also keeping in mind that the 3rd is a holiday because it's observed for the 4th of July, since the 4th is on a Saturday.
My first 4th. I'm very excited. Yeah, so so in order to get that out, right, the thing that we want to do is we want to test extensively, and that's where you guys can come in and help us. David didn't strictly mention it, but we don't want everybody to drop everything and work strictly on this. It's a case of we're going to try and incorporate it in our daily hours. So as I mentioned earlier, people like Aubrey, Blake, Matt, Nick, Jack, as well as Vinny and Mia will be perfect to, they're at a stage when they can hopefully set aside their testing and move over onto the 209A testing. Maybe Sinead and Finola as well, actually. And we just need to identify like what that's going to look like, and we're kind of just at that process of confirming what kind of shape that's going to take on. And then we will be in touch with you about how you can help us in that testing. And what we're trying to achieve with the testing. So we will do some shuffling about, and hopefully we'll be able to get that in within 10 business days. So when is that? The 6th? Is that what we said?
Yeah, I hadn't done that math, which is why I said 10 business days. Let me look at a
right, okay.
calendar.
Right.
I think we talked about like our super target being maybe the 2nd, but I think realistically we're looking at the 8th.
Yeah, I think that's it was a nice thought, but I think that's too fast.
Yeah, so everybody can keep doing what they're doing. Sorry, Jody, I just cut you off there.
No, I was gonna say that's until I wrote out all the scenarios, just started with relationships, and yeah, the second is probably not, unfortunately, realistic.
So the thing is, and also we have some new team members on who are Tyler is kind of liaising with to get involved in the 209A testing as well. So it will be all hands on deck, but we're not going to be pulling all nighters here. We're going to try and get it done within our usual working things without dropping everything else. So right now, you have your action points. I think that the only people that don't, I think, are, is it Aubrey, Blake, and Matt? Or does everybody know what they're doing?
And just one thing I will say, as you guys start to work on testing, if you have any questions at all, or if you're confused at all about what you're supposed to be testing, once you get in the form and you're doing it and you're confused, ask. Reach out and ask somebody. Don't be afraid to ask, because the more precise and organized we are with what everybody's testing, the faster that we'll get through it. We want to be as least redundant as possible so that we just get through it as fast as possible. So if you have questions, if you're not clear on something, don't be afraid to ask.
Yep, and that's the rule generally, as always. We don't want people sitting around beating their heads around the bush. That's what I'd say. Yeah, that's not right. You know, we just want people sitting around struggling by themselves. We're all, you know, and as you've seen now, you know, Vinny and Mia have picked up this testing thing, and you know, soon you'll be able to assist new people coming in as well. So it's really, we're trying to pass the knowledge down. So that's all for today. I think we're a little bit early for our Teaching Tuesdays, which, as I said, is going to be a office hours. I just want to open up the floor and see if there's anything else anybody would like to raise.
I'd like to just flag Caroline for helping us with the test cases for the 209A. There's some stuff we want to solidify about the ways to cut down on the, well, if there is a way to cut down on some of the combinations we're looking at.
So is that the same document that Jody shared with me?
I'm just saying that maybe we can have a conversation after this.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure it's not two separate conversations. That's all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope, you're right.
Okay, got it. Didn't realize you'd started. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so that's all for then. We're a little bit early for office hours, but if anyone has any questions.
Look at this finely tuned machine.
Right.
I'm still a bit concerned about Aubrey, Blake, and Matt, but I'm going to just message them and make sure that they know what they're supposed to be doing.
Well, Matt's, you mean they're here? Oh, you mean out of the...
Oh, there's Aubrey. Hi,
yeah,
Aubrey.
I'm here.
Matt's
Hi.
here too. And so is Blake.
I know, but they were also quiet.
I was thinking that we've been talking about starting to build our own testing. So if you guys are looking for our help on the 209A, if we can watch the videos to familiarize ourselves with the process, both for the 209A and when our form gets there. So we'll familiarize ourselves with the videos and then jump in on 209A if it's ready. Does that sound like the right way to go about it?
There's a slight difference in the testing. I think that the videos that we've done so far are specifically aimed at simple to automate forms, like the ones that you've done now.
Gotcha.
And so the testing that we're going to be doing on the 209A is going to be a little bit different. It won't hurt to watch those videos, though, and I think I have created a folder with your kind of materials that you need. Yep. So what I would then suggest is to try and start going through and identifying screens and elements on the screens for the scenarios, the test scenario template, and then from there, you know, if we need you, we'll find a natural break in the work and pull you off and put you on the 209A, which will look, just an FYI, the testing for the 209A will look a little bit different from the testing that you guys are doing now. Okay. It's slightly more informal, but still recorded. We're still wanting to record it so that we can replicate any issues. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I think we'll just proceed with ours until you guys are ready for our help. Is that
perfect? Okay.
Fair?
And you're fine
okay.
to do that. I think the two scenario videos, I think you guys were in on that call, but they are on YouTube now, on the Suffolk Lit Lab channel. And then the one from today will be posted shortly, and I'll just link that in the testing channel as well.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm happy. Everyone's good. Next up is Quentin. We're a little bit early. We're 10 minutes early. I got so many questions.
Oh, all right.
Okay, I'm just gonna